Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first week recap of the Jets of Time Async Ladder Tournament. This is our second large tournament. The first one we did, everything was live. This time, to try and get more racers involved, we have gone with an async variety, which means that the roughly 16 participants in the tournament are all racing against each other every week for the next 10 weeks or so. There's 10 rounds. And every race is compared against every racer. So we're using an ELO system to try and keep all of that track who's the best racer over 10 weeks. At the end of the 10 weeks, we'll have a live race-off between the top 4 players to determine the overall winner. And tonight is the recap of the first week. We do say recap because the races have all already happened. We are going to be showing the VOD of 2 of the racers who participated in the race this week. The other racers have raced. People who are in the tournament know the outcome. I have not seen the videos. I don't know the outcomes other than that there is some really good times, some times that were really close, and some people who decided, you know what, it's not worth dealing some of the crap they ran into and decided not to finish the seed. So we are probably in for a heck of a run tonight. Being as this is a new format, do let us know if you see any technical issues, any audio issues, or anything like that. Please let us know as we try to get this up and running. One of the nice things about this, though, is that we should end up with a very synced race because I'm able to start all the videos at almost exactly the same point. We're going to get underway immediately with Pseudo versus Zilfer. And we have a starting team tonight, Luca and Ayla. So a powerful combination. I just recognize that this is still right. Luca and Ayla combined make for a very powerful combo. Early on, it's a bit rough if Luca doesn't unlock some good techs. Ayla's pretty strong from the get-go unless you run into a bunch of things that are that require magic. They're physical resistant. Something to keep in mind for this particular tournament, we are using the new boss randomizer, which means all single target and double target bosses, except for your iconic bosses like Lavos, Black Treno, they're all randomized. So Hecarim could show up in the cathedral. Zombor might get replaced by the Giga Mutant from Black Omen, and you have to have magic to kill it. So there's potential for some really weird outcomes when you're fighting your bosses. And already we're seeing a bit of a difference in how the 2 videos we've chosen to view tonight are tackling it. Pseudo is taking the normal strategy of diving into the desert. And in the desert, you're going to find a bunch of extra items. Zelfer just checked the snail step item. I didn't see what it was. It is just me tonight right now, so we don't have a tracker to help keep stuff. So chat, please keep me honest on what is found. Let's see, a tab invest for sale. It's 10,000 gold, but it gives Luca plus speed, plus fire resist. And the video froze. One moment, please. All right, give me just a moment. I'm going to see if we can't reset this back up from the start. We're going to get back to our pre-ladder load and see if we can't figure out what the issue is. All right, we are going to try this again from the start and hope that we don't run into the issue we had last time. I do not know what happened, other than the videos seem to just lock up. So, hope we do have to sit through the intro again. One of the things we have noticed is that restreamed VODs do not carry through quite the same way streams do. You can't search on times and stuff. So it looks like some of the cropping got messed up. So we are going to see a little bit of redo on this. It will give us a chance to see what was at the snail step since I missed it last time. I don't think Zelfer ended up buying it because Zelfer bought a tab invest instead. And that's an interesting thing. Everyone here has probably already seen the seed and know exactly what's coming. But this is a chance to see what other racers did. All right, yeah, is the Dreamstone was not purchased. And we see standard purchasing tactics, buying some mid-tonics, buying ethers. Pseudo going through the desert, picking up items. Flash mail is not really helpful for an all-female team, unfortunately. Doomsicle would be great if you had Magus. Some barriers are nice. Magic Seal's good if Luca gets a hold of some magic. With the desert run done, Pseudo's going to be taking a look to finish picking up items. Zelfer looks like tracking towards the Carpenter. We'll see what item the Carpenter has. And I know that everyone who ran the race knows what's going on. I have not seen the videos. I know nothing about this seed, so I'm reacting as if it's all new, because to me it is. And so our pickup from the Carpenter won't be tools. Tools are no longer in the game. Tools have been replaced by a super awesome sword. And it's a Chrono Trigger. It's a one-time egg. +3 power tabs. Power tabs have been changed since the last tournament. Now instead of being +1 power, they have a chance of +2, +3, or +4. Looks like we have the +3 power tabs right now. Pseudo Arc taking a couple of fights to earn the first tech. Which for Luca could be really big. For Ayla, probably less so. You might get lucky and get like Cat Attack. Cat Attack's pretty mana efficient for what you get out of it. All right, we saw some checks triggering the Xenon Bridge. That'll allow you to visit the chef after the cathedral, typically. But, of course, with the boss randomizer, you could have randomized bosses on Xenon Bridge. It might not be the super easy Zombor. It could be Terra Mutant. Could be a Lava Spawn, I think. I think Lava Spawn is in the dual monster pool. Looks like Mega Bomb was learned. Kiss and Rolo Kick. So Rolo Kick, slightly better damage. Mega Bomb's good damage if Luca has the MP for it. I believe Mega Bomb's 15 MP. So we'll have to see an Ether popped. Yeah, Xenon Bridge is no joke anymore. Xenon Bridge can be very painful. Oh, it looks like Flame Toss is actually the first tech, so you've got Flame Toss available as well. That's actually really good because that's super cheap in terms of MP use. Absolutely. The Lava Spawn, okay, you have one target you have to kill. The mutants, hope you unlocked Flare and don't have Ayla in your party. Or that Ayla has Tailspin. And that it doesn't try to hit you with 300 damage attacks from the get-go. Hope you have status mutants. Hope you have Magus and an amulet. Finding the shelters early off of drops is really nice. Shelters are pretty expensive, particularly in the early game when you most want the shelters as you go through dungeons. So finding some free shelter drops is a really nice find. We're about to get our third character on Pseudo's side. Third character is going to drop in, and it's a Naga. No, Nagas can't join your party. It's a robot! Everyone's favorite robot. So, a trio of Ayla, Robo, Luca. You really hope you don't run into anything that's magic resistant early. Ayla has no magic. Luca has good magic. We've got Mega Bomb available. And Robo's magic is lacking. But maybe you get shock early and it gets you through an early dungeon. Do see Pseudo running over, making sure to grab the extra power tabs. +3 power tabs. I mean, with this team, you need some punching power. They're pointing out renaming Robo to R66Y to spite Marl, who doesn't like R66Y as a name, so we're going to rename him R66Y. That's awesome. Alright, we see Zilfer looking to take the same route, picking up the extra power tab. Pseudo has already picked up his Nageta Bromide. He's going to be able to pick up some tabs later in exchange. I was not paying attention to the items. Berserker, Ceratopper, or Loadsword. Okay, the Berserker's kind of nice, but dangerous now that you don't know what boss you're running to. And Pseudo says, you know what? I'm happy with this team. I'm just going to peace out of the Cathedral. I don't need a fourth player. That's awfully ballsy now, considering there are so many magic required bosses. I did not see what Robo's first tech is. Maybe we're getting Shock early or Laser Spin. We do see the Berserker has been equipped on Ayla, so auto haste, auto damage buff, auto attack. Chat spoiling the race. Rocket punches the first tech on Robo. Pseudo's going to finish up his little shopping trip. Zelfer has... Oh, no, I didn't see it. I don't think it's actually unlocked yet because he hasn't been in enough fights yet. But that is one of those things where we're having to keep in mind. No, I really don't mind. Pseudo Arc picking up his Chrono Trigger. Zelfer has decided to go ahead and finish off the Cathedral, which means we'll be seeing the fourth character, assuming that the final boss is something that the combination of Robo, Luca, and Ayla can kill. And Ayla with a nice crit, finishing off a fight that you really wish you had some AoE magic for. And double V-Bomb is picked up. So you've got Area Bomb, Mega Bomb into the Ultimate Bomb. If you can get Robo positioned correctly where he can actually target an enemy. So an early Area Bomb, that is technically magic damage. So if you ran into a Nizbel or something and he happened to get close enough to Robo, you will be able to do some damage. But if it's something that doesn't move about, Luca's the only one who can do magic damage. Spoiler alert from Zelfer. I have no idea how to position Robo correctly. I'm pretty sure no one remembers how to do that except for like 5 fights in Black Omen. And mainly because that actually became a strategy for a while. But we do get to see our first randomized boss. Normally this is Yakra, who has around 600 HP and is utterly laughable. Pseudo Arc is dipping into the Hecarim Cave. Yakra is instead Hecarim. Alright, so Hecarim does require magic to kill, and Zelfer says, nope, I don't have enough magic damage to do this. So we will not see the fourth character just yet. It could be because Ayla still had the Berserker equipped, and that would trigger some counterattacks. Maybe we go back in? Oh no, we are going to go for it. We are going to see the step in to see, can Luca single-handedly kill Hecarim. Now, with the randomized bosses, HP is scaled appropriately for the spot. So what this means is that if Hecarim normally had 2,000 HP in Hecarim Cave, and he moved to this spot that normally only has 600 HP, his HP will be scaled down. It will not necessarily be Yakra HP, but it will be equivalent. Damage dealt is also scaled appropriately. So Hecarim will not be doing 150 damage water 2s. It might only be 75 to 100 damage. Still deadly, but not an immediate one-shot KO. So this is going to be the Ayla or Luca throws bombs while everyone else tosses ethers and tonics onto Luca. Show. Yakra has 920 HP. Thank you, Dipwood. I knew a number at one point. I thought it was lower than that, honestly. It sure feels lower than that. And some people coming in with the slot. This is 920 to 1320 for the Yakra slot with randomization. Okay. The good news is that means 2 or 3 Mega Bombs should be enough. Late game magic attack, ether strategy can be very clutch in the early game. Absolutely. Alright, so we will get to see our 4th character. Pseudo is almost finished with the Hecarim Cave, so we'll see another randomized boss coming up. All we know is it's not Hecarim. Now, if we're really lucky, it's going to be Yakra who's at the palace, but that's not necessarily guaranteed. No, it is Dalton Plus. Oh, poor Pseudo. Dalton Plus. At some point, Lucas learned Flare. Flare must be her 3rd tech. Dalton Plus counters every attack with the opposite element. So hitting him with Flare means he's going to retaliate with Ice 2 to everyone. Everyone takes nearly 100 damage. But he also has his own attacks to go along with it, and they are very damaging attacks. We're going to see the light version of his attack deals 41 damage. In about 2 rounds, you'll see that attack again, and it's going to do enough to one-shot everyone not named Robo. With flares, I would expect 3 flares might be enough to kill Dalton. It might take 4, but you're going to run out. You can't spend time throwing ethers on people because you got to heal people. And Zelfer is getting ready to head into the Hecarim Cave, so we're going to see the same thing come out here. And now we get the more powerful Fireball attack, 202 damage. That one-shots everyone not named Robo. I don't think Ayla has more than 200 max HP right now. And that attack comes out twice. So this is a difficult boss, no matter where you face him, what slot you face him in. You have to find a strategy that gets you some time. And now we see everyone's down to 50 or less HP. Everyone's burning mid-tonics, and that's still not going to save you because by the time everyone gets to go again, he's going to be back around to doing 200 damage a turn. The slash attack is... If it's 220 damage, Robo doesn't even survive. So, can enough damage come out? A strategy for this fight, though, physical attacks are countered by Iron Orb, which cuts your HP in half. So you can do single target attacks with a physical attack, Everyone else just keeps throwing health potions onto them, and you might be able to keep everyone alive if you have someone with a high enough physical damage that the fight just doesn't take forever. Um, right now, you've got Ayla with Rolo Kick as your best physical damage option. Bye, Ayla. I would like to give some props to Pseudo for carrying this out. One final flare. Is this flare going to be enough? Because if not, everyone's dead. That is it. Golem Boss is summoned, and there is no Golem Boss. Thankfully, summoning Golem Boss still doesn't work. Pseudo has made it through Dalton Plus and has a huge sigh of relief. That only took half of his stock of mid-tonics and probably most of his revives. But he's through, and Zelfer's going to be coming up on that fight here very shortly. You know, I think I forgot to mark that everyone has, Zelfer has Robo. And a pendant is picked up from Taman. We have future access. You can go to the future ASAP. Ayla probably does enough damage. Pseudo's like, no, first I have to go spend all my money on buying more revives. Yeah, that literally was all of his revives. That was incredibly scary. Zelfer, did you buy five or more revives to make it through this fight? Zelfer says, I did not. All right. Pseudo is now heading to Xenon Bridge. Which, again, will have a randomized boss. So, I have gotten to the point where I don't do Xenon Bridge unless it is immediate go mode or it unlocks past or future. So if this wasn't pendant and this wasn't gate key, I'm probably not keeping anything that the Xenon Bridge is going to give me because there's no good fight to be had on Xenon Bridge anymore. But it's the gate key! Find out next time on Jets of Time Z. Okay, we're going with Berserk Ayla strats. Well, everyone can keep throwing health potions onto Ayla. Oh no. No, Flare, no. Does Ayla take more than 80 damage from Ice 2? Yes. Oh no. Alright, so on Xenon Bridge, Pseudo's doing the 3 hits to Ozzy to take him down. Maybe we're getting some really cool items from Ozzy. 1 HP on now Robo's dead. Time hats from Ozzy. So good drops from Ozzy if you can defeat the final boss. And now Luca's dead. That's a reset for Zelfer. Oh, wait, no, wait. There's a green dream in there somewhere. And now Luca's dead. Oh. Just when it looks like might be able to pull out something. Alright, so we're throwing the green dream back onto Luca to keep her alive. Makes sense. Got the green dream from Hecarim. Okay, so The only way you get that green dream is if you actually fought Hecarim, which Pseudo didn't, so he doesn't have a green dream to use. I'm assuming that took the Berserker off of Ayla. And we have a mutant on the bridge. It is the Terra mutant. Oh, crap. Which one's Terra? I don't remember. I can never keep the mutant straight. What? Which mutant is Terra mutant? I think Terra mutant's the one that drains MP. No? Terra is normally the last. Okay, so Terra is the one who has obstacle. And is going to punch the crap out of everyone, possibly. Meanwhile, Zelfer going through Dalton plus round 2. And we see Obstacle. A note for new players, Obstacle is the same status throughout the entire seed. So if you see Obstacle early, you know what Obstacle is when you fight Lavos, if you fight Lavos. Luca kills her robot friend. Zelfer's still going with the flare strats on Dalton, but this time has the damage and is able to punch through. Golem Boss fail, and Zelfer's going to be picking up his pendant here in just a moment. While Pseudo has managed to take down the Terra Mutant, we see another Green Dream come through, so you could have like an entire party of Green Dreams pretty close in. So that gate key is going to be sticking around. You know the pendant is coming. I'm going to go ahead and mark it. And this is the reward for turning in the Nageta Bromide on Pseudo's screen. You get the Magic Speed and Power tab. And more revives being purchased. So I'm pretty sure finding Dalton Plus early just means you recognize that about 10,000 gold is going to go into revives very shortly. Getting access to the gate key does mean access to 65 million BC. Also means access to End of Time and Magic. So I expect to see both runners, once they get their gate keys, to do the runaround, to go unlock Magic for Luca. Maybe get Flare or Fire 2 as an option so they don't have to use Flare. Although for Pseudo, Robo doesn't need magic, Ayla doesn't need magic. If you're not going to go pick up Chrono at the Cathedral, do you really need magic unlock? You have Flare. Fire 2 would be nice because it would give you access to Fire Tackle. But you've already got double V-Bomb. Fire 2 gives you access to Blaze Kick. Okay, I guess you want to unlock magic on Luca. And it looks like we're getting ready. Instead of going to Xena Bridge, we're getting ready to send the cave woman to jail and are running to the future. So while Pseudo unlocks magic, Zelfer gets access to the future, gets the charged pendant, is going to be able to get some extra chest. Technically has access to magic by going through the factory, but I don't expect to see that happen. Should have plenty of levels. Ayla needs to be able to do 100 damage to one-shot the guards. Definitely, if you put the Berserker back on her, she definitely can do it. There it is. Look, the Berserker is going to be useful for about 4 fights. And Pseudo, having unlocked magic, is heading back to 65 million BC. Gonna do a bit of shopping. And I expect we'll just dip down into Reptile Lair. May run to Dactyl Nest to go get a character first. No, running into the Forest Maze. So there's a number of chests just inside the Forest Maze that are really easy pickups that you can avoid the fights for. You can get 3 chests very quickly. You can get 5 total chests kinda quickly. So 4 quickly, got a power ring out of it. Glow Helm is probably an upgrade on someone. So some decent gear, and you can go in the back side and pick up another 2 or 3 chests pretty easily too. There's like 1 or 2 chests that are just out of the way. Not just diving into Reptile Lair. We saw Dipwood say that he spent some time here grinding instead. With Flare and enough ethers, it's a efficient grind. It's probably the 3rd best grinding spot in the game. First being, at least in my opinion, Ocean Palace. Second being the conveyor belt in Geno Dome. But they give you 12 tech points and something like 1,600 gold. So particularly if you found a really good item at the store in 65 million BC, or they drop something good, it's an easy reset. No good drops here. We get shock. So if you're running to Nisbel, you've got lightning. Zelford is to the point where Berserker is now a hindrance again. I expect to see Berserker go away before the Dragon Tank fight. You think Magus Castle Skeletons plus Guard is more EXP than Reptiles? Skeletons plus Guard. You're talking about the room just outside of the slash fight. Yes. And that room's resettable, so you could grind there. Admittedly, I have not seen anyone ever grind there. I guess typically because to get access to Magus Castle, you have to have Frog, you have to have both parts of the Master Moon, which now, of course, means you have to be in Go mode. And if you have Go mode through there, why grind there when you can grind in Ocean Palace? And people are saying grind there for absolute jet seeds. That's fair. Alright, so Sudo's done a little bit of grinding, and you can always pop up here to the Ioka hut, get a free refill, save your shelters if you want to. Fire 2's coming up for Luca. Laser Spin, boo, Laser Spin. Worst offensive tech in the game, question mark, Laser Spin? Yeah, Magus Castle Jet Seed means you have no magic unlock, and you only have 5 characters. So you're going to have at least one of Robo, Ayla, or Magus unlocking some spells. Very true. Hopefully, of that one, it is Magus. Because darn, you want some elemental coverage going into the Magus fight. Zelfer taking on the Dragon taking on the Dragon Tank. No more Berserkers. Looks like Flare took out the wheel and the body. And now all we gotta do is kill the head faster than it can heal itself. Unfortunately, Flare is useless against the head because the game designers said, oh, you're gonna have Chrono and Luca here. 3 pretty good items. A Hyper Ether's nice. The Sight Cap and Blackmail are really good. And a Tabin Helm dropping. So, really nice helmet for Luca. You're getting pretty close to having the full Tabin set of equipment. I know Tabin Vest was available for sale. Eventually you might be able to get a Tabin suit, which is even better. And we are getting our next look at a randomized boss. It is possibly and probably not Nizbel. I saw a red mail pop up on Zelfer's side. That'll be good for the Son of Sun. Son of Sun is not randomized because he's a 5-target boss. It is Masamune in the Reptite layer. Still will be tanky. Is still going to be able to smash the crap out of people. I don't think he's going to be in the neighborhood of one-hit kills. That was really close, though. 220 some odd damage. Onto Luca drops her to just above 50 HP. That is scary. Luckily, it is a single target attack and not going to hit everyone. Zelfer is doing a quick check. We're going to be seeing a new character coming out of the Proto Dome. We did see the red mails that make Son of Sun a free fight, effectively, so long as you don't want everyone to survive. Now we get the wind attack that might be... Yeah, that's a one-hit KO on Luca from full HP. And it ate Ayla's turn to boot. Marl has been found, so you could have the all-girl team going, depending on what Marl's initial techs are. Looks like... Well... I was going to say, it looks like we're not looking, but you don't want to look in that room. If you look in that room, it may lock up. Ice 2, Haste Cure 2. Almost the perfect tech set on Marl. I would argue that I prefer Aura over Cure 2 just because it's cheaper. And will still almost full heal everybody on your team, even in the late game. I know there's been some discussion about Cure... being useless. Maybe you want life instead of aura, or instead of a pure healing spell so that you can bring someone back to life. Masamune doing his ultimate attack, only 150 damage, so everyone's fine. A Lapis comes out, it's going to keep Pseudo alive. Should mean that Masamune drops quickly. And I was wrong, Zelfer is running for the factory to unlock magic. And we do see Marl coming in. This is going to be give us Antipode 3 will be unlocked almost immediately. Antipode 2 will be unlocked very shortly after unlocking magic. And Blaze Kick will come eventually. Alright, we're going to see some more ethers on Toluca. Pseudo is actually running pretty low on ethers. We're down to 15 ethers. May have to go shopping again before taking on another boss if we're going to stick with the Super Flare strats. All right, Area Bomb is in range to hit, which is nice for Robo. You can get a little bit of damage off while Ayla is throwing ethers onto Luca. Robo at 106 HP would still survive the ultimate attack from Masamune if he was going to get off, but instead Masamune drops and we will get ourselves another key item while Zelfer finishes up the factory shortly and we'll be going to unlock magic the long way. And our reward for coming into Reptite Layer is a jerky. Oh, that jerky is not overly awesome. We will get a cool item out of it. But that's not progression. Will we check Reptite Layer before leaving? No. But we are going to see what is in the past. A silver stud for Zelfer. That is a wonderful find because that means 10 MP flares and it only takes 1 ether to get her to attack again. Alright, so now we've got the R series fight. Anapode 3 coming in. This might be a one-hit kill. I was watching that, didn't see. What was the pickup from the jerky? Did anyone catch what the jerky item was? Moon Armor. Okay. Moon Armor can go on to Robo if you don't end up with the all-girl team. So Moon Armor's not bad. Thank you, Zelfer and Lord Batsy. And now we see Zelfer doing his magic unlock while Pseudo is going to be making his way out of the prison. Again, we see Ayla going in. I don't think he has a Berserker, so we're not going to see Berserker Ayla going Berserk. I want the YouTuber Dorkly now to do Ayla Goes Berserk montage. He's done it for a bunch of other characters, like Mario Goes Berserk. I think there's been a Bowser Goes Berserk. A Peach Goes Berserk. I want Ayla Goes Berserk as a YouTube short video. Or, heck, any character from Chrono Trigger goes berserk. Now I wish I knew how to do animation stuff, because you could just see that as like the team's just going through a dungeon, they find this chest, they open the chest, there's this item in it, they touch the item, and then all of a sudden character goes berserk and chaos ensues. Alright, so with that done. Let's see what we have: a red mail. We've got a tab invest that's fire resist. I expect Zelfer is going to be running towards Son of Sun, maybe. No, we're doing Aries Dome first. Maybe you find another red mail here because you do get another sealed door. Not even checking the store. Just going straight in for the boss, see if we can maybe get some good items from the Guardian. With Anapode, the Guardian fight becomes really simple. Wait, cast Anapode. Celebrate. The end. Normally, Luca actually has some trouble with this boss because while she can kill the little side bots easy, the center bit is immune to fire. Thankfully, Anapode is shadow damage instead, and Anapode is just going to laugh at it. Probably not quite enough for a breakdown. Getting unlucky with the charm, unfortunately. And a second attempt at charm also fails, and another Anapode 3 is going to end the fight. So a nice quick clear to make it through the Guardian. A note for new players again: once you finish this fight, do not menu to heal. Just wait until you make it back down past the rat. Do not menu in this room. Master Cecil, welcome! Alright, so we're about to see a dragon tank fall. Are we going to catch... Ooh. Is Zelfer going to catch the rat? That is a very close rat escape. Zelfer, you're giving me heart attacks over here. And we see the dragon tank just with the head should be going down fairly shortly. We've seen this script before. Was it Blackmail, Sightcap, and Hyper Ether? Procky is not with us, so it is just me. I just didn't update the. I did not update the overlay. So now you're stuck with just me, only me, all night. Hope y'all have fun with that. And Pseudo is running into the future as well, so we're going to see some of the same pickups coming in through here. As Zelfer makes his way out of our... really, my favorite little skit of the entire game. You watch the world get destroyed and decide to take on the unenviable task of trying to surround a free gold stud. Wow, that find. But you go through that, you get this awesome music playing. Just a really awesome sequence, really. There's like 3 or 4 of those in Chrono Trigger. A free amulet? Wow. Okay, everything awesome is apparently in the future. We have the Grand Leon being picked up. No frog to use it. We just saw an amulet in one of the labs. A gold stud behind the motion bots in Aries Dome. At this point, you totally could afford flare spam to make your way through Genodome. I saw some talk about Genodome. If you had triple kick, I mean, once you get triple kick, I mean, you could have 5 MP triple kick, 4 MP fire 2, 9 total MP across 2 character blaze kicks for 4,000 damage. Gold Stud is just a wonderful find. All right, some more good Magus items. We have not seen extra red vest anywhere, so I think it's just the one red vest on Marl. But Marl can now haste everyone during this pre-phase where you can't actually do any damage, which kind of makes the resulting fight a bit of a joke. All right, so we have found the correct flame. Son of Sun takes 10 hits. Flare's going to come out. I don't think it's going to kill anyone. No, actually, wow, it's only 120. Pseudo is picking up Marl. We'll see if Robo gets to stay in the party or... Oh, Pseudo. This is Pseudo's first official race with us. He may not know all the tricks. That is a very scary thing to do. Just look at your menu in that building. We're talking about the races. It's not so much that you drop race scores as much as it is you have 3 weeks that you can skip and still be eligible for the finals. The reason you can't drop scores is because technically every time that you race, your rating will change and affect other people's rating as well. And you wouldn't be able to retroactively go back and readjust ratings because then you'd have this odd cascading effect. But you have 3 weeks where if you forget to race, don't race, whatever, that you get, that it doesn't keep you from participating in the finals. You have to compete in 7 of the 10 total races. And technically, forfeits don't count against the 3 that you missed because forfeiting is worse than losing. What? Did I miss Zilfer freeing Fritz in the prison? Hashtag save Fritz! Zelfer is a kind and helping soul who just got 10 mid-ethers for his troubles. Yeah, that talk about how much that's worth. That is 30,000 gold worth of mid-ethers that you get for free. That's more than an amulet's worth of ethers. Granted, you can't sell it for 30,000. You can sell it for 15,000 if you wanted to. All right, so prism shards for both runners. Yeah, amulet costs 50k, sells for 25k. Mid ethers cost 3,000. Sell for 1,500. I think. admittedly, I don't look at Amulet as being a $50,000 item. I look at it as a $25,000 credit card that I sometimes actually cash in. Okay, Pseudo dipping into the sewers to pick up a few items. Meat-eaters are even better in seeds where you don't have gold studs and silver studs dropping everywhere. Oh, we're actually seeing Chrono come in. With a ribbon for hit rate. Oh, Zelfer, you mad genius. Wait, no, it's not going to be Chrono. It's going to be Robo. Okay. Well, I guess you pulled off the bandana for Robo? Okay, well, now I'm going to be very sad if I don't see Robo miss a couple of times, so we can't say that you should have put the ribbon on Robo to improve his hit rate instead of his speed. And Pseudo has menued in the Forbidden Room and is getting the extra fight against the Protos. Welcome to Jets of Time, Pseudo. You will learn all of these things. Nah, yeah, no. If you did that intentionally, that's genius. Because I admittedly have never seen it on the inwards bound trip. I have only seen that happen on the outwards bound trip. That's genius. Well played, Pseudo. We did see a mermaid cap picked up from the fight against the Ret Knight. And Robo's going to be allowed to sit for 400 years and get us another key item. Alright, so Zelfer doing his part to make sure we avoid a time paradox. Robo is not allowed to meet Robo so that you don't have two Robos in one location. Not that it actually breaks anything in this game, although I think it'd be kind of funny if that caused the game to crash. If Robo touches Robo, then the whole world explodes. Future refused to change and whatnot. But our item is a hero medal. Well, now we want the frog. Oh, we've got the Grand Leon. We've got a hero medal. It's time to go find Frog. Put Frog in your party. Frog, Luca, Ayla. That's your in-game party. Another. Yeah, so there are 2 gold studs in Aries Dome. Everyone has unlimited mana. No, Frog! Why are you locked in your own home? That means we will never see you. We got a Thomas pop. Alright, so Giant's Claw is now on the table. If Robo touches Robo, it should teleport you into Chrono Cross. That would actually be kind of awesome. If we could randomize Chrono Cross and have them both run at the same time, and you could like transfer not only between times, but between games. Dimmo's right. Gives Grand Leon to Frog. No, I want the shittier version. Yeah, the only problem is Chrono Cross is on the wrong system. Quick, someone make a 16-bit version of Chrono Cross. Alright, 1 gate key has been gained. We know the gate key doesn't really lead to much. Also, we know that Magus is on Dactyl's nest. Yeah, make a Kickstarter to get 5... No, it would take... Yeah. I was like, all right, yeah, there you go. Square Enix, we know you're all about these remakes. I mean, you're upscaling Final Fantasy VII and all this stuff. We want a demake of Chrono Cross. Make it for... It's like, we need you to put on an SNES cart Chrono Cross. Go figure that out. Never mind memory limitations. They've redone, well, I guess it wasn't Square Enix, it was Sony. They did the Crash Bandicoot series. There is a version of Chrono Trigger on the PSX. And the Pixel remasters of Final Fantasy 1 through 6 that just came out recently, yeah. And they are, or at least there is talk of doing of doing Chrono Cross remake. More of just an upscale, remove loading times, improve graphics version, not a full remake like Final Fantasy VII. Pseudo has gotten his Prism Shard, is going into the castle. Yeah, remake is probably too good of a word. More of a remaster. So kind of like Diablo 2 got remastered. It would be Chrono Cross remastered. Probably not a full remake like Final Fantasy VII. That was the rumor from NVIDIA, who leaked a whole bunch of stuff that has suddenly come out as somewhat credible. And I'm kind of excited if it's true. One shot the Terra Mutant. Good job, Zelfer. Did we just learn all the important techs all at once? Yes, we did. That was like every important tech for the trio all learned at the same time. Dinadora Mountains, that's not somewhere we have not seen yet. So we're getting a few extra checks. We are a ruby knife away from go mode. Bent hilt. That just makes you sad. And if you know you're not going to go through Magus's castle, contemplate resetting after finding that. If you saved recently. I guess there are still quite a few possible checks, and you could end up... Well, you don't... Pseudo doesn't know where Frog is. Because Go Mode through Magus Castle does require that you find Frog. But I guess he knows that if you got the ability to go into Magus Castle, you are guaranteed to have access to Frog. Because you've got access to Frog's Hut and the Dactyl Nest, so... Maybe it's worth keeping. I would be tempted to reset. But I'm glad we're not, because that means we get to see another randomized boss. That's the most fun thing here, is what kind of crazy boss combinations can we get? We haven't seen a Yakra yet. I feel like we're kind of due for a Yakra. Zelford just completely go-moding through Denadoro, avoiding all the chests, which is probably a good call, because there's not too many good things that could drop at this point. It is a slash, but is it a super slash? No, it's just a regular slash. That's not nearly as fun. All right, we got the White Rock, which I think White Rock is that the dance rock? I don't like any of the rocks. I don't ever know. I don't know what they do. Poiso dance. Okay. Is Super Slash worse than regular Slash? I would argue regular Slash is probably more difficult. I like it being Super Slash because you could say you're a villain, just not a super one, and invoke Megamind. Although I guess Slash would be the villain who's not a super one, so I guess you could still do it. Alright, and we finally find our first Yakra. Yakra was sitting on Denadora Mountain the entire time. And he's not dead after an Anipode 3. Which is surprising. I didn't figure his HP got buffed that much. Alright, so another boss down. Another item to be found. Let's see. We're still looking for a ruby knife or a clone. Clone would give us go mode. And a broken blade gives us known mode. We got the bit sword. So, there is a known go mode. You could go get the broken hilt from the prism shard and run through Magus's castle and be in go mode because Frog's in Frog's hut. Frog is at the burrow. So it is known all the parts to get go mode. But I'm guessing we're not getting that tonight. So what? Prism Shard came from the future. So the absolute quickest route through Magus's castle, at least, would be get the pendant, go to the future, do Son of Sun with the free red mail you get off of the dragon tank. Come back, do Dinador Mountain, bum rush Magus's castle. Okay, Pseudo is going back into the desert. He's already cleared out all the chests. He's just going to go get our... What was the item here? Thomas Pop. Which Zelfer is currently turning in. And if you do Giant's Claw correctly, that is the one and only fight that we will see. Because every other fight's skippable. So long as you remember which buttons to press. Praise the cat. All praise Validation Cat. Now we do see a triple kick going in. The real reward of Giant's Claw is like 6 power tabs. You're not wrong. If you get godly power tabs, Giant's Claw is a treasure trove for Ayla. I think if you get all of them, it's 4 power tabs. So that's 12 power on today's seed. And Pseudo getting ready to go pick up his Thomas Pop. He is not preventing an apocalyptic destruction of the world by having Robo run into Robo. He is ensuring it's going to happen because Robo is pulling Robo off of a stand. What's interesting, Rust Tyranno can be randomized, meaning we do have a random boss here who sits on top of the rest of Rust Tyranno's body. It is a Nizbel. Specifically, it is Nizbel 2. Which means we're going to see Antipode 3 and Charm. Zelfer points out this does mean that you can see Rust Tyranno Head as a boss just sitting on his own somewhere. Oh, no, that was not Thomas Pop here. That was the Hero Medal. Hero Medal may turn into Thomas Pop. Anything good from the Charm? Aeon Helm, that's not bad. There's Thomas Pop. So with Nizbel 2, just like Nizbel 1, he is basically immune to physical damage until you hit him with lightning. Although in Nizbel's 2's case, you got to hit him with lightning like 3 times for physical damage to do any good. But magic damage punches right through, which means Antipode 3 makes short work. And we get a Moonstone. What is this exactly? If you're meaning and referring to the stream, this is a restream of the VODs from the Week 1 ladder race. The one that just finished. So, if you raced, you get to see how a couple of other people did the seed. No, I am not streaming the Week 2 race that just started live and spoiling everyone. That would be terrible. Yeah, and that's something to point out. As we see Pseudo going up Dinador Mountain, Zelfer getting ready to probably head towards Reptite Lair. This is a cast of videos that are already done. Most of the people who participated in Week 1 have videos that are readily available either on Twitch or YouTube, if not both. And the goal for the restreams over the course of the 10 weeks is that every racer gets featured at least once on our main channel here as part of one of the weekly recaps. That is the hope. In the tournament chat in our Discord, I've thrown up some notes for racers. If you want to help make sure you get on the restream, there's a couple of things that you can do to help me and whoever else does restreams out. Easiest thing to do is throw it on YouTube. But if you don't have a YouTube account and don't feel like making one, there's a couple of other steps you can do to make things easier for us. But it is our hope that everyone gets to be on here at least once, get a little bit of commentary. And we see these Moonstone has been turned into a Sunstone. And we're... Oh, Zelfer has not done the Prism Shard quest. So we're doing the Prism Shard quest and combining the Sunstone turn-in with it. So he's going to get 2 items out of it. And Zelfer being very careful where he talks to the king so as to not get caught in the king's hitbox. We have seen that ruin a race more than once. Yeah, I want to say, Zelfer, you were the one that I watched it happen to. So, that would explain why you're so careful about what you're doing there. You know, you can solve that problem by never doing Xenon Bridge, and then you have to go talk to the king in his bed, but you can't get stuck in his hitbox there. And you don't have to fight the annoying Terra mutants. So we've got a bit of dungeon recycling going on right now. Pseudo finishing up Dinadoro and the Yakra fight. Zelfer picking through the Prism Shard quest. Yeah, in this case, Xenon Bridge had Gate Key, and it was probably worth it. I know. But there was nothing good at Reptite Lair. and no one went to go save Magus off the Dactyl's nest. He's currently being fed to baby pterodactyls. Which is honestly probably a befitting fate for someone who terrorized an entire kingdom. Okay, so crap. I wasn't paying attention. I think it was Moonstone that came off of Dinador Mountain. If it was the Broken Blade, then technically Pseudo's got Go mode available. This is why we need more people. It's much easier to track things and commentary and chat if you have everyone. There's the bent hilt. Technically, Zelfer has Go mode available. Can the music be turned up? Yes. Let me know if that's any better, Cecil. Alright, so with the broken sword, broken hilt, and knowledge of Frog's location, will Zelfer go rescue Frog, give him the Grand Leon, and turn him into an amazing powerhouse with all those power tabs from Giant's Claw? And then we get to see, like, 2 MP drop kicks for 4,000 damage. That is what I want. Pseudo is forging the Masamune. So we do have a forged sword. I was wrong about what was in there. Sunstone must be in yeah, Moonstone's in Giant's Claw. I couldn't remember if Moonstone ended up in Giant's Claw or if it ended up in Dinadora. I knew they were back to back. Zelfer already picked both up. Okay, so we forged the Masamune, but we're going into Giant's Claw anyway. Which makes sense if you don't want to go through Magus's castle because it's a long dungeon. Oh no, I 100% agree. If I were at this point, I would be totally diving into Magus's castle. But I can understand people saying, you know what, I don't feel like Magus's castle right now. I've got plenty of checks that can get me Go mode faster. Giant's Call takes 5 minutes, and then you can do, if it happened to have go mode through Black Omen, you're done in you're done in 15. Yeah, because you've got 3 outs. Because we know where Dreamstone is, so we literally need a clone or a Ruby Knife for either other go mode. And Giant's Claw is a quick enough dungeon that it's worth checking. But I would totally say, nope, I have a go mode. I don't care which go mode it is at this point. Let me go. Let me go through go mode. Also, I have the Hero Medal and the Grand Leon. Give me Frog. Let me do drop kicks for 4,000 damage, because Frog plus Grand Leon plus Hero Medal's OP. Drop Marl. Have Frog Flares, Blaze Kicks, and drop kicks. Alright, so Zelfer has just gotten the second part of the sword. I can totally understand, since I've charged the Sunstone already, you get another key item for it. This one definitely makes sense to check before going and forging the Masamune. It's a Ruby Knife, which you go get a Dreamstone and it's go mode. So this is a good find, because it means you don't have to do Magus's Castle. So long as you remember that the Dreamstone is sitting in the Snail Stop. It has been an hour and 23 minutes or so since you last saw a Dreamstone. So do you remember that there's a Dreamstone? Zelfer, did you not remember that the Dreamstone was sitting in Snail Stop? That's true. You do get an extra item from Tabin for forging the Masamune. You also get one for having the fully charged Sunstone. So this technically gives him 2 items for running into Lucca's house. It is not frozen because his mouth is still moving. All right, Pseudo is dropping off his Sunstone. So he can go charge it. He'll be able to go get his Ruby Knife. The 2 free items, a Tabin Helm. Okay, not bad. Demon Hit. Nope, not any good. Now, do we get a Dreamstone? Oh yeah, he did pick up the jerky off Xenon Bridge. I forgot to mark that. He does get the charged chest. Well, no, you don't get the jerky item because you hadn't actually turned in the jerky. You did not get jerky from that layer. Thank you. Dreamstone. Go mode. Are gonna check the extra sealed chest. Anything good? Siren? A Siren's not bad, except Marl should never auto-attack. And a Hyper Ether. The Hyper Ether is almost worth it. Now there's the Ruby Knife. So, does Pseudo remember that there's a Dreamstone? Now there's the double gold stud. You've got the tab invest on Lucas. That's bonus speed. I think I saw Marl with a speed belt, so she's faster. Burning off all the magic tabs and speed tabs. Making Marl faster. Okay. That gets haste off sooner. I think Ayla is still the fastest character, which will be good for the elevator in Ocean Palace. Pseudo just realized he doesn't have enough. How do you not have? What did you spend all your cash on? And if you're going to take the time to sell stuff here, go ahead and sell everything. Go ahead and prep your money for the shop in Zeal. And both runners entering Torrential Air at almost exactly the same time. Pseudo accidentally getting into a fight that he's going to run away from. Both runners mere seconds apart. So who's got the best execution? There's no more items to find. Everyone's got awesome gear. Everyone's got all of their important techs? Question mark. Have we unlocked Dino Tail by this point? In terms of levels, probably still have to grind for a couple of levels at Ocean Palace, but both runners have done basically the same number of dungeons, so levels should be roughly equal. All right, so 129.30 is when Zelfer goes in the first door to get out of this room. So we can know exactly how far behind Pseudo is. 9.6 seconds is all that separates the two runners. Zelfer deciding he wants to make sure he grabs a couple of free items. Pseudo appears to be taking the same route. Is going to pick up all three items. A little bit of issues getting the chest to actually open. Didn't see any amazing items there, unfortunately. Trying to sneak in the door, not getting it. That is a very tight window. But you can just run away from it and it's fine. And there is a Golem Boss. Well, not a Golem Boss, just a Golem who is in the place of a boss. Replacing this bell. With this team, you've got a pretty easy run. You can alternate fire and ice and have no issues. Ayla can charm it. Ayla can triple kick it. It doesn't really matter. And Pseudo actually starting the fight slightly quicker. But we have Charm going off versus a Blaze Kicks. Blaze Kick did 29.22. Ice 2 doing 670. We got Flare and Ice 2. Oh, we got Flare and Haste coming through. So that's the difference in damage. Basically, it's 600 damage a turn. Will Hasting Luca make enough of a difference? Where the haste won't take effect until after Luca's next flare. I don't know that the flare is necessary. I would hope to see just an Ice 2 maybe to come out, get some extra damage down. There's the blurp. Zelfer is the first out of the Golem fight. And there's Blaze Kick. Twin Charm gets learned. And almost on the nose for 132.20 is Zilfer running out of Nizbel's room. And the burp comes out for Pseudo. So looking to be about 25 seconds behind now. So lost a little bit of time in that fight. There's Dino Tail being learned, so the elevator is now easy. Not even saving, though. So, yeah, 25-second difference. Now, the Black Tyranno is not randomized. This is considered a quote-unquote iconic boss, so it is not randomized. The Lava Spawn on Death's Peak is not randomized. Magus in Magus's Castle is not randomized any more than it already was, where it's a random character. Zeal 2 and Lavos are obviously not randomized. So yeah, quick Antipode taking out Azala, just waiting for the damage countdown to start. Good time to get haste out to make sure there's enough damage coming in quick enough to beat the countdown. Getting on Luca is probably the most important because Luca always suffers ATB battle fatigue whenever she participates in a double tech. So this basically negates that. And Ayla with enough speed and doesn't really need haste. And the question then becomes, what's better? Antipode 3 and triple kick or Blaze Kick plus haste? And the answer apparently is going to be we're going to alternate between the two on Zelfer's side. On Pseudo's side, we are seeing a hasted Ayla triple kick her way through and Antipode 3 being used for damage. Antipode 3 doing 2133 damage. Blaze Kick doing 2,778. So triple kick actually out damaging Antipode 3. But it is single target, so at this point it doesn't matter. Sunshades! So now you've got 2 gold studs and a pair of sunshades to give to someone? That's all your accessory spots. Hope you've got status protection elsewhere. I know we've seen a sight cap and a time hat. Obstacle is chaos, so that's not too detrimental. Because every time that obstacle gets used by Lavos, it will always be immediately followed by an AoE party attack that will clear all chaos. So you're good there. You don't really need any sort of status protection unless you just really want it. And the sight cap, I think, cures or prevents chaos. Zelfer points out he does not know obstacle is chaos because he destroyed the Terra Mutant too fast. That's a good point. I was about to say, please don't tell me Pseudo's stream froze. All right, and we get our first look. There's some blackmails for sale. Nothing. There's some lapises. Lapises are good. Is there anything better on the other new shop? There will be an amulet. Elixirs. Okay. Yeah, of all of that, I mean, maybe you want an amulet? And then a bunch of elixirs? You can even sell a silver stud. Because you got 2 gold studs. You don't need a third silver. You don't need a silver stud on top of it. So that's nearly 10 elixirs worth of gold. Instead, we're buying 2 amulets for Zelfer. Well, I mean, at least your status protected. Pseudo, on the other hand, is buying some hyper ethers and elixirs. Has an amulet in hand already because he found one in the lab. And is not picking up the speed tab, or picked it up when I wasn't paying attention. And is right on Zelfer's heels as we get ready for our second to last randomized boss. We've seen most of the good ones. By good, I mean super interesting ones. Apatros. Is still available. I tend to see her in the Golem spot a lot. But no, today it is a vanilla Golem. Is this even randomized? And we have already seen this fight once. Yeah, I'm trying to think. The remaining interesting bosses would be Super Flea with her counterattack. Atropos with her empowered, like, suicide attack. We've already seen Dalton. I kind of hope it's like double Golem Boss. Because that's hilarious. What? Is it Super Flea or Flea who has the Flea Stare? I thought it was Super Flea who had the Flea Stare where if someone's dead, it doesn't go off. Flea has Stare. Okay. Maybe it's only the one. For some reason, I was thinking Super Flea Stare counters because you don't have a Magus in your party because you all left him to die to the Pterodactyls, so you don't have anyone to cast Anti-Life to make Flea a joke. Alright, so we're getting into the Ocean Boss. We have the Golem Boss is down. Pseudo is still about 20 seconds behind. But I mean, we are easily within the range of Lavos decides to be a bit of an annoying prick, and you win or lose based on Lavos, which is awesome. Does Lavos become Slappy? Slappy the squirrel. Now I want someone to like edit a squirrel tail onto Lavos, the Lavos core, so that when he gets Slappy, he's Slappy the squirrel. And I hope that someone out there remembers Slappy the squirrel. The grind has started. Life 2 is learned. We are going to see a small grind from Zelfer. Yes, Slappy the Squirrel was the angry ant squirrel on Animaniacs. Pseudo checking his levels. He's level 26. Decides he's going to grind a little bit more. I would say I like to be level 27, 28, leaving this spot. And that will put you at like level 30 or 31 when fighting the Lavo Shell. All right. And so we're still grinding. Zelver saying he likes to be level 30 before leaving. My general thought is I want to be level 30 when I fight Lavos. And you will gain 2.5 levels just by taking every fight on the staircase and the elevator. And granted, Boss Randomizer does mean that your XP from the double golem spot is randomized. You might not get as much XP or TP for techs, depending on who the final boss is, or the dual boss is. So that does make it a bit antsier. And Pseudo has said, I have grinded enough. I'm not even taking the rest of the fights. He's going to skip fights on the way down. Almost made it through the 2 fights without taking one. Sorry for blowing out the ears there. That was louder than I expected. Alright, so Pseudo taking a bit of a lead here while Zelfer continues to grind. Ayla is in Dino Tail position, meaning she has 43 HP left. Probably anything short of 100 HP is plenty. And even running from the final fight. So just really dashing out, skipping the save. Now, I feel like that save is always worth it because Ayla could die. Possibly repeatedly if she doesn't quite have enough speed. And so we begin the elevator. You want Ayla with 45 HP, assuming that she doesn't have a gold stud on, but it looks like she has a gold stud, so you need 15 HP, and you're good. The shield's going to get broken. Dino Tail's going to come in. Dragon Tail will be even more awesome. Oh no, we're going straight into triple kick instead. Okay. So you cannot, Pseudo by doing that cannot A-spam into Dino Tail. But he can A-spam into the tech menu, and on wait mode, that's good enough. And he did manage to not activate triple kick. That would be terrifying. Zelfer has finished his grind and is beginning his step down as Pseudo Arc begins to enter the most annoying fight in the game. and then we completely trivialize it by saying, summon a dinosaur through time, and this fight becomes very easy. But if you don't have Dino Tail Frog Squash, this fight is terrible. Oh, Zelfer has decided I need to... Oh, needs to drop Ayla's HP. The elevator is complete. And a good skip through by Pseudo. One of the more annoying, but wonderfully time-saving skips that once you know the trick, it's surprisingly easy, but it looks really impressive to people who don't know it. All right, we have the final chest. A Shiva Edge. I mean, you're kind of like, well, we had Chrono available. We could have put Chrono in and had 4x crits. Whoever made that last fight, the elevator was having a bad day. And it makes more sense in Jets than it does in the vanilla game, because at least for Jets, it's leading up to the final boss. But in Jets, it's leading up to the midpoint of the game. Nizbel. All right. We've already fought Nizbel 2, so this is Nizbel 1. Nizbel is going to jump around. Jump around. And do AoE damage. That's a lot of damage. That's kind of scary, actually. Because that's 300 damage around? Holy cow. Well, bye, everyone. That's terrifying. Did Pseudo's Robo learn Shock? If he knows Shock, you can shock the Nizbels and they'll stop doing their AoE attack for a couple of rounds and then they'll electrocute the party. Which, I mean, you'll still have to heal everyone for, because the Shock will do probably 200 damage. Shock is Tech 3. Good. So there's your ticket to Nizbel freedom. Well, freedom is a bit of a strong word. I don't think I ever saw Robo learn Heal Beam, as Zelfer is doing his scout skip and has made it out safely. So we'll be getting ready to see Nizbel on Zelfer's screen as well. Alright, so the electrocution comes in. How much damage does the electrocution do? 160, 160, 320? I think everyone survives. Robo is barely there. but it's going to get another shock off, and that should buy enough time for Flare to do the work. And now we get to see Zelfer's first attempt, because I'm fairly certain everyone's first reaction is, oh, Nizbel, that's not too bad. Oh, holy crap, that's 300 damage around. To everyone, that's more than a Lapis. I mean, normally you don't want to see that running attack because it does so much more damage. But right now, that's probably the better thing to see. I saw that Mega Elixir down there. I could see a justified Mega Elixir to stay alive. Because Marl might be dead. Pseudo Arc is through Nizbel. Robo putting in a brief appearance. Ayla down to 35 HP. We've seen a couple of Antipode 3s. Is this flare going to be enough? Because this is the final flare. Nope. That's a reset coming. Alright, we see Pseudo doing a final save and heal. Gonna be ready for the Lavos fight. We see Fire 2 going off to hit them both for 800 damage, which is enough. Holy cow. Zelfer, you madman. And a haste helm is the drop. So, free haste for someone. Really, put the free haste on Marl so that she can haste more hastily. Yep, there it goes. Amulets onto Luca and Ayla, which means no gold studs. Sad day. Pseudo dashing into the Lavos shell fight with a gold studs on both. That makes this a free fight. He's got the haste helm on Luca. That's a lot of damage. And Marl saying, save Ayla and Luca. It doesn't matter if I die. Obstacle comes out. Obstacle will be Chaos. Luca gets Chaos and immediately gets kissed by Ayla, removing the Chaos. Marl is doing more things. Be glad you did not equip that Siren to Marl. And she stops your entire party. And we see Zelfer starting with his fight. We get some extra haste going on. Everyone is hasted. Green Dream goes off. Ayla down to 50 HP off of a revive. Obstacle's going to come through. Marl gets confused. And a big heal coming in for Ayla. Blaze kicks coming down. 3,300 damage almost as Lava Shell drops. 157.45. So walking in at 1,750, basically. So we can see just how far behind Zelfer is. Can he make up time on Lavos 2 and Lavos 4? All right, so basically 25 to 30-second difference between the runners at this point. A boomerang pattern is the difference in these runners right now. If the boomerangs say nope, Luca dies to one runner, that's the difference, because now you have to take the time to revive and to heal, and all your AoE damage is completely gone. Okay. Oh, wait. Did we just see the siren go on? I think I saw an amulet go on too, so that's good. But, obstacle plus siren is real scary. Alright, and the green dream goes up. Marl has worked that green dream 5 or 6 times. And Ayla barely surviving her boomerang. 29 HP left. The scariest part of the fight is done. Oh, you did not put on the siren. Okay. Alright, so casting the flare here, if it kills the right arm, means Ayla dies to obstacle. Alright, Cure 2 comes out. Okay, Ayla is fine now. Another flare. That's going to take down the right arm. Left arm already down for Zelfer. That's pre-boomerang. So only one boomerang, and it still targets Luca. Although technically that's almost a win. Because, well, I was going to say because you don't have to worry about obstacle now, but never mind. Alright, disable defensive status, and Luca gets hit again. We have the Unopposed 3 coming out. The next attack is a Flame Battle. It's minor damage. Do we see Lavos 2 drop before the Shadow Doom Blaze? 1,500 damage triple kicks is a great number. That means you're 2 triple kicks on left bit if you want to go left bit strats. And alright, so we escape the Doom Blaze. A gold earring drops. So you could now give, well, maybe give Luca a gold earring instead of a gold stud during the menu skip to make sure she doesn't die to counterattacks, and you can keep using Antipode 3 during the final fight. Or you could trigger Antipode 3 from Marl once, and she gets auto-revived by the Green Dream. Alright, does Pseudo get the menu skip? He does, good. It appears to kind of screw up the sound. Hopefully that will come back when he gets back. Okay, no, we're good. Never mind. Yeah, there goes the gold earring. All right, so we're getting that strategy down. Zelfer is moving into the core fight as well. Do we get the menu skip? Yes, we do. Okay. So 2:02:50 was when Pseudo started the fight proper. I missed the timer, crud, but roughly 30 seconds behind is Zelfer at this point. And an attack on Luca, who is blessing that gold earring because she's still got enough to avoid to absorb a hit. Crying heavens, that's a lot of damage. But Ayla has the white mail. And now we have an early chaos song. Put Ayla to sleep. All right, we're both runners in a decent position here. I think Pseudo's gotten the more favorable center bit activity because you didn't get the time warp to 1000 AD. Center bit drops, you're going to see Blaze Kick, I think. Marl's going to get the chance to top off everyone's MP and XP, or MP and HP. And now center bit down for Zelfer as well. We're going to see some more haste coming out. Gonna get ready for Blaze Kicks. 3,300 damage on the Blaze Kicks from Pseudo. I think the damage is high enough on this team that you could one cycle if you go into Antipode 3s when the center bit revives. Center bit being revived. Uh-oh, was that a Blaze Kick on the left bit? It was. Oh, that's a wasted Blaze Kick. No. All right, Mega Elixir pops out. Everyone's topped off for Pseudo. Center bit revive for Zelfer. The stream just cut out on Pseudo's side. I don't know what happened. And I can't bring it back up to that point in the fight because of how we do the recordings. We do not get to see Pseudo's ending. No! What in the world? Well, that is beyond frustrating. But we will still get to see Zelfer's end, I hope. For Zelfer, the center bit has dropped. Zelfer telling us Pseudo does end up the victor. I don't have a good way to get that back. I don't know what happened. And there is time for Zelfer as the center bit falls down. We do have the final results of the week. Well, that's not the times, unfortunately. Where are the times? May not have access to the times anymore, unfortunately. Overall, for the week, the fastest time was by Chokosura. Dipwood was second. Zelfer got third. Oh, that's right. The times don't show all the runners because not everyone had properly signed up for the race. Sudark finished the race with a time of 2:06:52. Zelfer 2:07:45, less than a minute between them. Very well done. That's right. I've got the times in a message. So yeah, Chokosura first place 1 hour 51 minutes. Dipwood 2 hours 3 minutes. Pseudo and Zelfer we just watched. Lord Batsy got fifth with 2 hours and 20 minutes. Civil Chev got sixth, 2 hours 21 minutes. Azure got 2:29. Janice 2:35. Akuhesh 2:38. Carl's 2:43. Kayokitsuki 2:52. The Feral got 3:02. IB Karma got 3:31. And then we had 4 people who forfeited. So yeah, the interesting thing here is that the run synced. That Convergent was pretty awesome. I'm going to take a moment for anyone who is interested in taking part. I'm going to drop the sound for this for a moment. Anyone who's interested in taking part in the ladder, you still can. There are 10 races. You must participate in 7 of them. Basically, it's 1 a week for the next 10 weeks, except the week of Thanksgiving and the week of Christmas. They are 2-week races for 1 seed. They are all standard race seeds plus boss randomizer. They're all available on the Discord. If you want to participate, you must go into the Discord. You must find the bot post that says if you want to sign up, click on this chrono. You must click on that chrono to get signed up to be registered. So be sure to go do that if you want to participate and you weren't there. Not being a part of this week is not overly detrimental. It just means there's only 2 other weeks you can miss instead of 3. You're fine. Come join the races. Come have fun and get some restream on. That's going to be it for tonight. If you are interested in helping out with the restreams, we desperately need restreamers, trackers, and commentators. Please let people in the Discord know if you're willing to help out with any of that. If you're interested in doing the restreaming part, let me know. I've got documents for you that basically tell you here's how you set everything up. It's pretty easy to do. The biggest problem right now is that if we have a run on Twitch and it cuts out in the middle, there is no way to recover it because we can't skip ahead in the videos. If it's on YouTube, we can do that. So if you're running in these and you're on Twitch, after you're done running, if you have a YouTube channel, please, please, please export your runs to YouTube because it will make our lives much, much easier. It is not a requirement. It is just a desperate plea for help. And I think that is going to be it for tonight. The week 2 seed has already posted. If you're interested in joining, go sign up. Play in the week 2 race. Let us know how you liked these post-week runs. Where they're VODs of things that have already happened. Let us know if you like this. If there are people who are interested in doing their asyncs live, let us know. We can probably arrange something. Until then, thanks everyone for showing up and watching. Hope y'all had fun. And we'll be back next week with our week 2 wrap up. Hope everyone has a good night, and we'll see you then.